Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this week's episode of CMU News. We are so glad you are here joining us. I'm your co-host, Berkeley.
And I'm your co-host, Craig.
And we are back to bring you some new news. So this week, the state legislature held a hearing to examine the impacts of online sports betting, where New Jersey is a national leader. Through the first 9 months of this year, over $9.2 billion have been legally wagered on sports in New Jersey, with $835 million of that having kept as revenue by casinos, horse tracks, and their online partners. Over $105 million in online sports betting taxes have been paid to the state over that period, with an additional $2.2 million coming from retail sports bets. Now, the industry is growing, but several speakers at the hearing kind of presented some downsides, and Craig's going to talk on those.
Yeah, obviously from an industry, from a financial perspective, it's been great for New Jersey, the online sports betting. It's gone up like crazy. A lot of people are making a lot of money there. The downsides that were highlighted is the explosion, you could say, in problem gambling. They cited stats that 1% to 3% nationwide adults are problem gamblers. In New Jersey, that figure is 6%. So that's double or triple the national average. Lots of 277% increase in calls to the 800 gambler, gambling helpline. And many of those are young adults. And I think that's the big challenge there, is that I've got young kids. You put an iPad in front of them. They turn into addicts on iPads. It's tough taking it away from them. So when you take something that's addictive and putting it in the hands of people that maybe don't have as much self-control, it can be a problem. Whether it's like vapes in everybody's pockets for teenagers, or it's a cell phone where they can bet in-game on sports. It is a challenge because, hey, shoot, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm in the gaming space. I see the value in online gambling. From a business perspective, it's great, but it is, from a societal perspective, it's tough. Now, I guess it's tough is the wrong word. It's just like it's a thorny subject. There's a lot of knots to it, because I enjoyed online sports betting when I'm in somewhere where it's legal. When I'm in Nevada, it's fun, like betting in game on, will the Niners come back or will they blow it again, or will another Niners player get injured, because that seems to be the winning bet this season. But yeah, so it is tough, and thankfully I think DraftKings is mentioned in here. They have 60 employees dedicated to responsible gambling measures, and I hope that that's something that they're taking really seriously, and that they're actually trying to cut off the people that are problem gamblers. But the truth is, the businesses, they're in a tough spot, because there's almost like a reverse arms race, where it's like, okay, we're doing a really good job cutting off problem gamblers, but is my competition doing a good job? Are they trying as hard? Because I'm giving up millions of dollars by cutting these people off. But there's a good story about Steve Wynn, who cut off Carlos Watanabe, who's one of the biggest high rollers of all time. He Oriental Trading Company was his family's business, and he lost something like maybe it was $170 million at Caesars. But Steve Wynn was like, this guy's a degenerate. He can't control himself. I don't want him playing at my property. And so he walked away from all that revenue. But Caesars didn't. And so it ended up being a sad situation. So anyway, problem gambling is tough. I respect a lot the companies that take it seriously, but I know it's tough for them, because they're like, is my competition taking it seriously or not? So anyway, it's a thought-provoking article. We want to have kind of a thought-provoking conversation about it. We'd love to hear if you've got any thoughts on online gambling, the effect, good or bad, in your jurisdiction. Because the other thing too is in-person casinos. That's a big employer, right? These places, to employ somebody to deal the cards, to employ somebody at the restaurants and on the slot floor, and whereas if it's just software running a slot machine, a lot of those jobs are consolidated into a couple programmers. And so that's obviously could be a net negative for society or that community as well. So it's a complicated subject. We don't have all the answers, but it is something we should be talking about and thinking about.
Different sides to it for sure.
Have you ever played an online casino game?
No.
Have you ever placed a sports bet?
Yes.
Who'd you bet on? Did you win?
I did, yep. It was whenever we went to the Cubs game. So we betted on the number of runs and that the Cubs would win. And the Cubs won, and we got the total amount of runs for the game. So we won.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Well, hey, let us know in the comments if you have any thoughts on this, and we look forward to talking more next week.
Yep. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great week. We'll see you later.
Bye, y'all.